I use spreadsheets all the time at work, and I want my nephews to understand spreadsheets, so I'm making this tutorial for them. We're going to talk about columns, rows, and cells, and show you a few examples of how spreadsheets are used in real life to be helpful. To make this example really easy, I made a color key. You can see that this green up and down is a column. This is column A, as you can see at the top. We have column B, column C, column D, and they continue onwards. So the columns go up and down the same way a helicopter goes up and down, or a spaceship goes up and down, and a building is vertical, up and down, and they start with a letter. Then we have rows. So you can see the number here, number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. Rows go side to side, and those you can think about like a swimming pool. You go across a swimming pool, or a boat goes across a river. The row goes across different columns, and columns go down different rows. This will make sense in a second. Where they cross is called a specific cell. So in the top left in blue, you can see that this is in the first row and in column A. So this is A1. Now I'm going to make that white, and I'm going to make it really, really big so that we can keep that in mind. So this right here is A1, and when I click on it in the top left, it shows A1. That means the box next to it would be B1. Then we have C1, and you can figure out the rest. Then if we were to go down, we have A2, A3, A4, and it continues on that way. So everything here would be A and then the number. Everything here would be B and then the number. And it continues on like that. And you can click on any cell at any time, and it will tell you in the top left the exact cell number and column. So this is I18. This is K4. This is K1. This is N1. This is N41. So you can see everything has its own particular cell. Now let's take a look at an example of how I could use this. I could make a spreadsheet that's going to be about my friends. So typically in row 1, in the different columns, we will put our column headers. So I'm going to put my friend's name, and I'm literally going to write the words friend's name here. I'm going to write age, and then I'm going to write number of years I've known them. And I'm going to put my friends in here. So I have Herman, we'll write Andrew, Alex, Satchel, David, Boaz. Here are a few of my friends. I'm going to type in their ages, so 28, 26, 25, 27, 27, 27. Okay, and now you can see each person has their own row. So Herman has a row, Andrew has a row, Alex has a row, and it goes on. And then the second column, so column B, has their ages. And then I have column C with the number of years I've known them. What's cool about columns is you can actually spread how wide they are. So you can see the words don't fully fit there. So I can just click and drag, and now it all fits in here. Can even shorten it so it's perfect fit. There we go. So I'm going to write the number of years that I've known them, and I'm going to fast forward this part. And now we can see that I have a spreadsheet filled out with everyone's info. So my friends' names, their ages, and the number of years I've known them. It's a pretty simple spreadsheet. So if I want to look at Herman's age, that would be in B2. Exactly. Now here's a really cool use of a spreadsheet. Let's say I made this list with everyone I've ever met, like 100 different people. And I want to filter and see who have I known for more than 10 years. I can click on here, and I can select create a filter in the data menu, and then I can make that filter greater than a certain number. So I'm going to filter by condition. Don't worry about this part. I'm just showing you a cool example. And I'm going to write greater than 10. And now you'll see it shows Herman, Andrew, Satchel, and Boaz, because I've known them for 14, 12, 16, and 16 years. Now let's see who I've known for less than 10 years. I can change this to less than, click on OK, and now it shows that I've known Alex for less than 10 years because I've known him for 3. So the review is it looks like this. Andrew has a row, Herman has a row, then I put Herman's age, how long I've known Herman, and that's how I put it in the data. I could also do something like this with stores. So we can make a list of stores. We could put the type of stores in a separate column, and then I could filter. So I just want to see the electronics stores that I know of. So data, I can create a filter, select type, and then I can uncheck all these, and I just want to see the electronics stores. Click OK. So it shows me Best Buy, Apple, Bose, TV Center. And I also want to see grocery stores in that list. So I can click that, and now Vons has shown up. And if I want to see just grocery stores, I uncheck electronics, and there we go. So this, again, was just the basics to show you how a spreadsheet is set up. It is done in columns, which are up and down, like buildings, rows, which are side to side, like rowing a boat across a river or an ocean, and then you have cells, which is the combination of the letter and number to show exactly where that cell is. So we have A1, B1, C1, etc. And then we can click anywhere, like right here, and it will show us in the top left which cell that is. This one happens to be B11. And that is the very basics of columns, rows, and cells in Google Sheets.